hear it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it this minute! I can hear the music. It's disturbing people. Stop it! I am a sick man, you know. You're not St. John, are you? The disciple whom Jesus loved? Bennett. Well, if you're not St. John, I need a push for you then. I'm in dire need of assistance. I am a sick man. Dying, possibly. I'm just looking for a last resting place, but do you know of anywhere? It's conked out. The battery, possibly. I put some holy water in it, but it hasn't done the trick. The oil is another possibility, but holy oil in a van. Oh no, that would be far too expensive. What I am worried about, particularly though, are the wheels. They're under divine protection. They've only been had to be pumped up once since 1964. It's Mr. Shepherd, but I wouldn't want that to be bandied about. I'm in an incognito position, possibly. Yes. Here will do. Yes, I've had guidance. This is where it should go. From the Virgin Mary. I met her outside the post office in Parkway. I need a ruler. I need to measure the distance between the tyres and the curb. 1.5 inches is the ideal gap. I came across that in a Catholic motoring magazine under tips on Christian parking. I beg your pardon. My windscreen, it is not cracked. It is merely under the weather. I've only had one accident. I am by nature a very clean person. My aunt, herself spotless, said I was the cleanest of all my mother's children. Especially in the unseen places. What am I supposed to do with 3 coats? Green is not my colour. Mr. Bennett, the ideal solution would be off-street parking. A driveway, possibly. My social worker says I can't get an allowance unless I get an address, but I am disabled. Yes, I don't always use the wheelchair, and that usually pulls the wool over people's eyes. But I am a bona fide resident of Camden, and I had rheumatic fever as a child. And mumps. Move the van onto your drive for 3 months. Oh, I don't know, that might not be convenient. No, not convenient for you, convenient for me. You're not doing me any favours, you know. I've got other fish to fry. A man on the pavement told me that if I go south of the river, I would be welcomed with open arms. Mr. Bennett, the van will need coaxing to get onto your drive. Why must you play that? No, it is not that I do not like music, I just do not want to hear it. That's all. I studied incognito corpore, music, the pianoforte possibly. I was made to stop. I stopped. I was once left alone in a room in the convent. They didn't leave deacons alone normally, and there was a piano there, and I tried it. It needed tuning, and some of the notes were dead, but it sounded more beautiful to me than any of the pianos I'd ever played. But then the master of the deacons came in, crept in possibly, because I didn't hear him. And he said that was what God wanted, and that I'd been told before. I said, couldn't I just play some hymns for us to sing to? And he said that was arguing, and that I would never make a priest if I argued. I have to go to Mass. It's an anniversary and a day of obligation. I'm going for a young man I read. Someone who died. He would be in his 50s now, but only he's in purgatory and he needs my prayers. Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. 15 years ago, I was stationary at a junction, and a young man on his motorbike comes around the corner too fast. He smashes into the side of my vehicle. It wasn't my fault, it was his, but only I thought it was mine, because here lies a dead boy on the side of the road. Music. How are you supposed to avoid it? You see, I had it in my fingertips. I had it in my bones. I could play in the dark. I had to sometimes. And the keys were like rooms, dark rooms and light rooms, C major, D minor. It was like a mansion to me. Music. Mr. Bennett, you asked me to move on to your drive for 3 months, and I've stayed for 15 years. Do you know what this is? It's the last laugh.